Hey, what's up? My name is Arthur Weiner, and today's video will be very exciting because I'm gonna bust or confirm the myth called "the gear means nothing when you know what you're doing." Many people like to claim that skill and vision are all that matter, and the gear you use is just an instrument. I want to check whether this is true or just a sneaky move from pro photographers to sell their courses. Let's compare two 35mm focal length lenses made by Sony from completely different classes and price ranges. The first lens is Sony's Sonar 35mm with 2.8 aperture with a sticker price of about $600 US. The second lens is Sony's flagship GM 35mm f1.4 lens, which will cost you about $1,400 US, so more than twice as much. I will use the same camera with the same settings for all comparison shots, and for a total equality, in terms of composition, I'll put the camera on a tripod. I will take different photos, several portraits and landscapes in daylight and in low light. I'll shoot with open and closed apertures, which will be configured identical for both lenses, so I will try to come up with as many shooting scenarios as possible to make the comparison totally objective, and of course I will keep you intrigued and won't tell you which lens was used for each photo. For the sake of purity of the experiment, I suggest you guess where the budget and the expensive lens is. You will see two shots next to each other. Left will be marked as A and the right as B. The letters are assigned to lenses, so the comparison will stay consistent at all times. No photos from cheaper lenses will be presented as ones from a more expensive one. And you try guessing which one is which, write your answers in the comments below. And at the end of the video, I will tell you who hides under the letters, and just let's be honest, first comment your opinions and impressions, how easy it was to guess, and only then look at the correct answer. I'll start with portrait shots and open aperture to f2.8 because such blur looks great on portraits and directs the attention to the subject. And now I will take a couple shots at aperture set to f5.6, and let's find a beautiful angle for landscape photos and take a couple shots at aperture set to f2.8 and f5.6 and look at the images. Which one is captured with an expensive lens and which one with a cheap one? Maybe you already have some guesses where each lens is, but don't be hasty with sending answers in the comments, wait for the low light shots. But before we go any further, I want to address a very important topic for any photographer, which is post-processing. If you want the process to be pleasing and the results satisfactory every time, you need to take the choice of the photo editing software seriously. I use PhotoWorks. This is a great example of a simple and intuitive photo editor, which at the same time has powerful functionality. It allows you to do more than just basic corrections like working with exposure and white balance. You can make much more dramatic edits using PhotoWorks. You can retouch the face, remove a distracting object, and use beautiful color schemes that the extensive library offers. You should definitely try this editor. Download it by clicking on the link in the description and test it out during the free trial period. When you decide to purchase a full version, be sure to use the second link to get a 60% discount. Now let's get back to the comparison. I waited until the sunset and took some photos at blue hour. Just like with daytime tests, I shot portraits at f2.8 and f5.6 apertures, and then took some evening landscape photos. Now, the moment has come for you to finally decide which lens is under the letter A and which one is under B. I am waiting for your guesses and general impressions in the comment section. Do you think there is a difference? And if so, how significant is it? In my opinion, there is certainly a subtle, not very obvious difference, and I made guessing even more challenging by color grading both photos in PhotoWorks. This allowed me to achieve a really similar look. I hope you finished writing your comments now because I'm ready to share my cards. The letter A has marked an expensive Sony 35mm GM lens, and a budget Sony 35mm Sonar was disguised as B. Let me say it once again, the difference is really not very noticeable. Correctly selected settings, good angle, and thoughtful post-processing and photo editing software allow for taking good photos with relatively inexpensive lenses. Therefore, I think it's safe to say that the statement, "the gear means nothing when you know what you're doing," is confirmed. Thank you for watching this video, I hope you liked it and smash the like button if so. Special thanks to those who accepted my challenge and wrote a comment, I will make sure to read them all and reply to them. Of course, I humbly ask you to subscribe since we have a lot of useful tips and tricks for budding photographers. Have a great day, see you in the next one, and bye bye.